Alright, let's go. Doom, 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 doom. That seems a bit loud. At least now that I'm here. Why is that wobbling? The foot? Oh, it's got a wire trapped underneath it. There we go. Morning, afternoon, evening. I need to get my levels in, so just give me a minute. These aren't up to date. And how does that music sound on the stream, actually? Let me listen back to it. Sounds fine. Oh. Yeah, let me 6 to 929. Outside of yesterday's value. Oh, there was a real clean. Look at that. We'll zoom in on that in a minute. Overnight value area high bounce. Let's drag all these levels up from yesterday. That's right, isn't it? 930 to 359, yeah, and okay. Yeah, look at that Asia, like very early in the Asian session. Bounced right off of previous day's value area high. And then, yeah, ran away. Ran away. Let me close that blind a little bit. Just a little bit. Feels like there's too much light getting in for my vampire ass. Okay, that is way off. Yeah, look at that overnight value area high right off the open. Break and retest of the... I was going to say the... I don't know what I was going to say then. I was going to say like the oval, but it's not. It's the ova. To the tick. Improve on perfection. I don't think you will. I'm gonna have to wait. Am I gonna get a trade today, or is it just gonna zoom? That's the real question. I need to get my chat up. There we go. That's what I like to do. I need to just mess with my templates real quick. I want to get rid of that one. You know what? I'm just going to completely redo them because I don't even like the names of them. So, settings, inputs. This is how you set this up, by the way. Pretty useful. Let's make this 150. I need to have a couple different tools. If I just set this at 150, I think that would be fine, right? Save as 150. Can I do the $sign on this? Should be right. Yeah, that's way cleaner of a template. And then I just want to know, if I do 5, what's that going to tell me to do? I need to log into paper trading. Oh, I'm on the, so it would tell me, it would be telling me to do, let me go to MES. That was telling me to do 6 micros. A 5-point stop. I'm just curious What's the dollar amount on that? Right at 150. Okay, what if I tell it to do 8? Because that's my other usual stop size. 150, 8. That's telling me to do 3.75, which is $120 risk. Okay. And then 10, which is my other usual stop amount, would be 150. So 150, 120, 150. Okay. So 8 was the 120, right? Yeah. But that doesn't really work, does it? 150. Yeah, no, I don't want it to be that. Really, I need it to be 120 actually. What if I set the max? I'm just messing with. I'm doing like my yeah. 150 is actually not doable at all, really. Let me change that to like 130. Even 125. Just so I'll get as close to 125 as possible. Create limit order. Okay, so that it does that. What about at 10? It does 120. Okay, that's doable if it's a 10-point day, actually. And then 5, it tells me to do what? 125 on the dot, so okay. This is just for sizing. I want to get more consistent sizing with what I want to be hitting. So if I let it go to 150, that's then that. 8 becomes 120. I'm sure I took a screenshot of something on my phone. Let me look it up. Yeah, I did. Yeah, and then half becomes half of this becomes 50. I can do 50 on that, yeah, and then I can do yeah, okay, good to know. So I need a 150 template. I've got 5 minutes till I need to be actually looking at the profile. just happened? Okay. You see my realized P&L then on the paper trading account. That's funny. Not opposed to a long off of overnight value area high here. Pretty D-shaped profile, which is a nice confluence for this long here, fading the bottom end of the current profile and having the overnight value area high as a little tap, going for a 1-to-1. Didn't enter that because it's not 10 AM yet. I'm pretty strict on myself with that. It's a good thing I didn't enter. See, I didn't take that because it wasn't 10 AM. And now I'm kind of just waiting for it to break back above. Hopefully with some value across that level. I'm so hungry. We have no news today, right? We had 8:30 news, I know that. Yeah, just 8:30 news. And then markets closed Thursday and Friday. Well, not closed, but reduced hours, so I probably won't trade, to be honest. Which means no streams. And then NFP next week. Oh wait, no, we don't have NFP next week. What? I'm confused. We have the Wednesday, like, pre-NFP number, but we don't have an actual NFP scheduled next week. Why is that? We actually... Wait, what? Okay, this whole, like, because the government was closed and is now reopened, has just, like, messed the schedule up completely. We have NFP on, like, at the minute, it's scheduled for 8:30 on Tuesday the 16th of December. What a weird fucking day. Or week. Oh, that's a very weird week. CPI at 8:30 on the Thursday. This is the week beginning the 15th of December. Weird. That's going to be interesting. Okay, if we can get back above this confidently, I'm going to look to get in this long here. We can get back up to like maybe current session point of control or something. I might actually do an 8... no, I can't get away with an 8-point stop. I need to go for this smaller move just because I don't really want to shoot past POC for my take profit. What's up, Professor Mac? Welcome. I'm currently stalking this long, Professor Mac. What do you think? The idea is that once we can get back above, sort of, maybe to, like once we're back around point of control of current session, I'll take a long if we can come back and tag the overnight value area high, based off the fact that it's a value level with a POC right behind it. So point of control is obviously close to a premium. That's a bullish sign. And then we have a pretty even distribution of this profile and current session value area low. Honestly, my entry might even be on... I might enter right on the current session value area low, actually. So, like, down here. Give me a little bit more breathing room. But yeah, I'm not going to take... The limit order's not going in until we can confidently get back above overnight value area high into the POC of this current session. And if we keep coming down here and develop a bit more volume along here, that also will kill the trade idea because that then isn't as much of an even distribution. I like that trade back up to the value area high. Yeah, I mean, I'll just get into... I'll just get in to go like for a 1-to-1. Just over a 1-to-1. McNutty's short NQ. Good luck, bro. Good luck to you too. I'm not long yet, so my long move is not in play yet. And my long move is even like my long move is literally a little scalp, so could very easily go down on the day. What's NQ look like? Oh yeah. I mean, I don't have my value levels up to date with NQ, but assuming you got short somewhere in the past 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes, looks like you're doing pretty well. But yeah, like my long play on NQ would literally look something like this, which if you were in for a short, you're most likely still going to be fine if you got short like anywhere in the upper half of that. Because then if we just come lower, oh, move that then, didn't mean to do that. If we come lower, I'll short from overnight value area low if we can build up some volume across overnight value area low here. Get like a break and retest of that level, and then yeah. Maybe get like what would be great was if we get a break retest, I get like a 1-to-1, and then another retest, I'll get in again and try and catch a runner down to previous day's value area high. So they're my two ideas really. Short from there, or long from where we are now. If we can just peak above this, but to be honest, if we peak above this high, that's enough, right? I just kind of want to see us get up there a bit more. The more time we spend down here, like I say, the less likely I am to take this long, because the less this becomes, and it's even right now it's already kind of losing its D shape, I would say. Where are you short from, Ignoy? And where are you short from, and where's your target? That's still a pretty even distribution, I would say. About to get break even, nice. Oh wait, do you mean you're about to get hit break even? 25, 113. 113, okay. Oh yeah, you're right there. About to get hit break even, so. TopStep's down? Really? Oh. TopStep X or okay, I'm gonna enter this long. We'll get in at like right in the middle of this. 803. See if I can get that on the retrace. Don't know. Could just run off. Could very easily just run off. Looks like McNulty got stop break even, which is fine. Not a loss. Dumpy's pissed. Had a $1,500 trade and TopStep X locked up before it closed my trade. Oh, fucking hell. Let me see the Discord. Oh, I need to put a stop in, I just realised. That could have been very bad. Let me check. I'm going to check the Discord in just a second, Dumpy. Let me just make sure I'm all ready to go here for this trade if it gets filled. Yeah, okay. Let's see this. Oh my god. That's crazy. Yeah, so it's Project X that's having the as per normal. It seems to be so unreliable. It kind of worries me because I'll be going back to it like next week. I might just see if I can quickly nudge this one tick higher. Okay, looks like I'm not going to get the chance. I'm just going to keep it there because I don't want to mess. Oh, fuck it, I'll nudge it. I can nudge it one tick higher. So that's my entry now, 804. If I can get filled. I'm trying to enter like right at the current session value area low. And then this yellow line that I'm drawing with a fib is my break even. Can you tell me if NQ went lower than previous day's high? Lower than previous day's high. One sec, I'm about to get filled. Sorry, Dumpy. Be with you in just a second. Oh, it keeps teasing me. I wouldn't worry too much, guys, about any like trades messing up. If it's a negative trade, if it's a positive trade, then it is really like a real annoying place to be in. But if you're gonna lose, if you're worried that you're losing money, as in like going negative. Oh yeah, Don P just said, all your negative trades will be wiped. But yeah, your win most likely won't count. This really is just teasing me right on the edge. Current session value very high. Jumped up a couple more ticks. So I'm going to very quickly adjust my position size and raise it a couple ticks. I'd take this trade so many times, just a rotation. Yeah, exactly. I do love this type of trade. Professor Mac. I'm not even like going for the POC. I'm literally just going for a 1-to-1, which would be 0975. So we have that fill ready if that gets filled. And then my break even is 90% of the target, which in this case is 809.25. Yeah, I do like this entry, this playbook, or whatever you want to call it. This play. Are we getting filled? Oh, that was a tick off. There we go, filled. Okay. Let's see how that one goes. Have you considered using footprints? Yeah, I've considered using footprints, and I've considered looking at Delta. Footprints, just I feel like it's just a bit of a learning curve, obviously. Delta seems a bit more beginner friendly to me, at least. But yeah, I wouldn't mind using something like that if got the experience from it. Digging into the stop loss here. Back into profit. It's so funny how bouncy these scalpy moves are. Let me move that across just because I'll put that like where I entered afterwards. It just gets him off. It annoys my eyeballs, to be honest. When I'm trying to read where the price is. Shooting up from the overnight point of control. I've got my finger on the mouse to go break even if this spikes up to my break even point. Yeah, Delta, I am curious about Delta. I did have it on here, literally last stream, I think, CVD, cumulative volume Delta. But I don't, like, that to me, I don't, like, I can't look at it and be like, ah, okay, I know what that means, if you know what I mean. Like, I need someone to kind of sit down and explain it to me. Which Cami actually probably, I mean, Cami is adding, like, an order flow section to his kind of community course thing, so that's coming soon. So I'm sure it'll be in there. Are we going to get a break even here? Teeter on the edge of the break even. What's the high of that? Oh, I just realised I need to adjust this, so my break even isn't as close as I think it is. It's actually... Oh no, it is. And then... God. Okay, that's definitely break even. That should have been order filled. It got right on it. There we go, that's order filled. Dub. Dub, dub, dub. Love to see it. Bosh. Okay. Trade number 1 of the day. What platform broker prop are you using this morning, Kai? I am using Trade of 8 with Lucid. That's been my kind of go-to for getting to grips with volume profile. That was a stressful trade. That bounced up and down, I think, quite a few times. Ooh. Let me look at like a 10-second chart on here. Not 10 seconds, let's look at like a 30-second on Trade of 8. You guys won't be able to see this, but I just want to see, yeah, entered, went into profit a bit, then negative, then positive, then break even, then negative, then positive, then negative. Yeah, it literally zigzagged, but we got there. We did get there. Looks like I've got, like, essentially a top tick that, but I'm not saying this is going to dump now, but I'd still be in it if I was targeting POC. I want to see if I wouldn't have held a runner on that anyway, just because it's not the style of trade where I would want to enter or hold a runner, but I want to see. Because, like, if it was a runner situation, I'd have taken some off there, and... Okay, that looks like it is going to tap POC. Yeah, cool. Let's read this. I'm either up $1,000 or TopStep will give me nothing. I'm going to open another prop account this week. Project X is stressing me out. Yeah, Project X seems to be unreliable, doesn't it? It's like when it's working, it's great, but when it's not, it's fucking the most infuriating thing ever. Especially when, like, other platforms are so consistently working so consistently. Yeah, McNaughty, I agree. Trade of 8 I haven't been trading with until I started volume profile. And yeah, I have not had an issue at all. And it feels it because obviously at first you have to, let me lower that music a tad. You have to get used to obviously using a different platform at first. But once I got used to Trade of 8, yeah. No issues at all so far. Absolutely no issues. And I've been using them for probably like a month and a half. while I've been messing around with Lucid, messing around with the volume profile. I'm gonna go, where's my hoodie at? It's on the door over there. I'm a bit chilly, to be honest. To tell you the truth, I'm a little bit chilly. So, thoughts now are I could enter again, but I'm not going to. Essentially, the way that I'm managing my risk is that first trade is basically kind of determining the day on a whole, because I'm going to allow myself 2 trades. The first one, max risk. Not max risk, but very upper end risk. And the second trade, I will allow myself to hold a runner on. Debating whether I risk like my whole of my profit on the day for that second trade. So then, like if I get a day where I win 2 trades, that would be like a really big day. If I lose the first trade, I will take another trade, but that second trade will be half risk. Or even less than half, actually, just because I'm risking more on that first trade, basically. That first trade has a, like, determines whether I'm going to be green or not for the, or red for the day. If I win that first trade, I'm basically guaranteed to be at least break even, if not, like, a lot more in profit. And if I lose that first trade, my second trade, I'm going to be risking, like, about a third of this, actually. Because I can't really do half without going over my max daily risk, which I will have to think about if I want to dial back the risk on this first trade to mean that I can risk a little bit more on the second. It's just difficult with futures, obviously, because, yeah, I wouldn't take that trade now, just because it's... I would if I could get... Yeah, no, I probably wouldn't, to be honest. It's just because POC is too close now. It's too narrow of a trade. What was I saying? Yeah, it's difficult with futures because you obviously can't have like an exact dollar amount every single trade. That is like probably the only benefit to trading Forex is you can do like all the micro lots, mini lot stuff, so you can get pretty much the exact same dollar amount risked every time on a trade. Futures is obviously more static increments. So it makes risk management. Doesn't make it, obviously, it's by no means impossible. It's just a little bit tricky for like how much to risk on certain trades. Because like I want to do risk on this one and then half risk on the second. But at the minute, this is, and that's if I lose the first one. But at the minute, it's like full risk on the first and then like a third risk on the second. So I'll have to decide whether that's something I want to do or not. So what's that for fucking firework? Or was that a bin? I would honestly quite like a break lower here now. That'd be nice. But it seems like it's just gonna bounce around this sort of area. I'm gonna be hands off in this sort of area because I don't really want to try that again. Like I said, it's becoming a little bit too narrow of a range to get a good profit. I would have to have like a less than 5-point stop loss, which I don't want to do when the ATR is like 4.7. I'm gonna have to run for a piss real quick. I'll be right back. Oh wow, we're shooting back up. Okay. Titanium candle went a few ticks below my TP. So it is a valid trade. I cut that one too close. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, everyone's had issues with Apex. What issues did you have with TraderBait, Don? The only I did actually have one issue with TraderBait, but that was kind of just my fault, I think. And it wasn't even a massive issue. It was just more of an annoyance. When I had I was using the desktop app for it, and it just wasn't updating for some reason. So I was getting like some bugs to do with like just navigating around it, but nothing that would like cause me to mess up a trade or anything. But as soon as I just swapped to the web browser instead, then obviously that's updated completely. So that all the like the little problems that it was having on the outdated desktop app just instantly resolved themselves. And like I said, they weren't massive issues. Lockups and bad fills with Apex used to get bad lag / slip. Oh really? Huh. Do you reckon that's because of TraderBait, or can Apex, like, would that make a difference if you were doing it with another broker? Do you think? I'm asking. I don't know. Would that affect your slippage and fills if you were trading with like, I don't know, any other prop firm? I don't know if TopStep will offer TraderBait. Still waiting on that whole TraderBait prop thing. Apex servers maybe, yeah. Yeah, okay, well that definitely makes me think Apex is the issue there then, not the cash, not TraderBait. If the cash account's got no issues. Different servers for different, right, okay. Yeah, so it was either TraderBait's specific Apex server, or something to do with Apex. Apex grew so fast they had to add servers. Okay. Kind of want to try that long again now, if we can get back down to it, because this is an even better D-shaped profile now. Might just do that. Current session value area low. And this time I'll try and hold a runner for like this upper POC for like a couple more ticks. I like that. I'm going to throw that limit order in there. Take some off there, and then I'll take some off at like a 1 to 1.4 at the POC. Once I get filled. Let me just hide that and delete that for now, because it's messing up where I'm looking at with these numbers. time was that first trade? I think it was about 10:14, right? Yeah. I very commonly have a trade like within the first 20-30 minutes of like when I can properly, because like most of the time my window starts at 10 a.m. So yeah. And it goes all the way till 11:30. Oh yeah, would that got stopped at break even? It would have, right? Yeah. It's a good call. If we start breaking above up here, might be done for the day, to be honest. Doubt it'll come back down here. Still would probably long it, because look at that drop off in volume. Like, this is a very solid place to be entering. Right at the edge of volume. So I'll leave that limit order there. And if it wants to come get me, it can, but if not, then done for the day. Just one quick trade. So that second trade would have been the entry of the day, but I didn't like that second one. One, because I don't really know if I don't really feel like psychologically if I want to be like jumping into a trade right after it. Like I feel like I'm maybe chasing a trade at that point. Like 10 minutes, give myself like a 10 to 15 minute cool off period to make sure I'm not like really chasing. And like I said at the time, the POC was a bit lower, so really the trade didn't look as great just because it was a much smaller profit window. Because like I don't really want to be targeting past POC, even when it's like a pretty even distribution here, so it, like POC realistically can shift like around this, but as just a rule of thumb, don't really want to target past POC for a rotation trade. Looks like TopStep went off the air. What do you mean went off the air? Like they were alive and they've gone? Their activation fee, I'm not a fan. I mean, I'm a fan of the no activation fee, but I'm not a fan of the fact that they changed the price. I am a fan that I'm a fan of the fact that they offered a like an option, whether you want a standard or a you know what though? There's no real there's no need for that though, because yeah, okay, interesting. They're going to run off and fix some things probably. But yeah, the standard. I don't know why anyone would go for the standard with TopStep now, because not because the no activation fee is better, but because if you're worried about not being able to pass, because that's the whole marketing behind the standard one, is like, oh, if you don't think you can pass very fast, then go for the standard one. But if that's the case, don't go for TopStep, just go for a one-time fee, like Lucid or Funded Next. So really, the only actual competitive account TopStep has now is the no activation fee account. And I would consider their no activation fee account to be expensive. Like Funding Ticks, you can get the exact same account pretty much as TopStep, but for $30 a month cheaper. Like 30, 35, if not $40 cheaper. So yeah, a bit confused on the whole $89 pricing for a no activation fee account. They should have kept it. They could have increased it to like $60, $70, and that would have been very competitively priced, but they've definitely put themselves at a premium. But I guess like they are one of the guys that have been in the game for a while, so if someone's going to price themselves at a premium, it's them. Oh, is Funding Ticks got a lower profit target as well? Good point if so. Yeah, because theirs is a one. Is it a 1-to-1? You have a $2,000. How much you have to make with Funding Ticks? I should know this. I should know this. Funding Ticks. I really should know this off the top of my head, but don't. I apologise. I'm loading up their website now. You should see their Discord. Oh god, yeah, TopStep's Discord is probably the worst, the worst one for people complaining. Funding Ticks, yeah, even better if you're a new user because you get even more of a discount. I don't need to log in. Just give me the fucking accounts. Where's your 50k Pro Plus? Is it the Pro Plus? That's the one that I love. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Profit target 2.5 as opposed to 3. Oh, they've added another weekly reward cap as well now. Oh, and they've made it an option so you can. Oh, okay. I really need to do an update video on these because they've switched a lot of stuff up. Okay. Oh, okay. They've changed their prices a lot. Wait a minute. Let me add a. I need to add a Come on. Let me see what the price is for this end of day 50k account now with the minimum reward thing. With a discount code applied. Buy challenge. 50k. 1k reward cap. Yeah, so you can choose to have end of day or intraday now with Funding Ticks. I like this. You can kind of customize it as you see fit. And obviously, depending on what you change about it. Why does that say $159? Have they upped their price? Or am I being silly? Yeah, I was being silly. And then let's just enter the code. KAICAP. Oh, okay, $45. Yeah. You can get a end of day 50k account, no activation fee. End of day trailing drawdown. The only downside is that you have an $1,000 reward cap once you're funded. But like, come on, $1,000 a week. Who's gonna pass that up? And you can get that for $45 a month, compared to TopStep's $89. That's $44 cheaper. You could buy 2 Funding Ticks accounts for the price that you can get a TopStep account. That's insane. And a better profit target, like you said, Dom P. That's crazy. I passed in a week and blew up the funded in less than that. I need to just post about it on this channel, Don. I don't need to start a new channel. I've been too lazy to look at other prop firms. I was in season 1 of TopStep's therapy, so I've been loyal. I am the exact same, Professor Mac. That's why I've still got 5 TopStep XFAs, because I got them from the crazy discount. Having to limit the payout to get cheap price. Yeah, that's how you do it with Funding Ticks. Yeah, it's insane, right? $45. Insane. They're the best priced firm, in my opinion, at the moment. Bullinox is also a very good option, only when they have their big discounts. But I'm pretty sure Bullinox also have an activation fee, to be honest. So that kind of skews their with that. KAICAP. I know I can't use my own. Let me just see how much it fucking... It's so annoying. I don't want to use my own code. I just want to see how much it costs for people using my code. I can just see what my code does if it's still there. Affiliate codes. Yeah, so you can get 85. Let me get a calculator out. A Bullinox account costs... It's a good thing price is nowhere near where I want it at the moment. A Bullinox account costs $175. But at the moment, they're running an 85% off, so times 0.85. Yeah, you can get an end-of-day Bullinox account right now. End-of-day drawdown, by the way. 50k account. Max drawdown 2.5k, profit target 3k. So better drawdown to profit target ratio than TopStep. For what? 148.75. No. 175 minus 148.75. Yeah, you can get an end of day drawdown account right now with Bullinox with code KAICAP for $26.25. So they're the cheapest in the game if we're talking monthly bill, but they do have a activation fee, so obviously you have to factor that in. So if you're going to pass within a month, Funding Ticks is the cheapest option. If you're going to pass within a couple months, how many months would it? Bullinox activation fee. I can't remember what it is. It's 100 and... It differs from account. For a 50k account, it's 148. So all in, 148 plus 26.25. All in, with Bullinox, you're $174.25. Yeah, so Funding Ticks are just the goats, to be honest. I've still got this limit order sat here. It's staying there. If we're talking pure price. Sorry, I've not read chat. Oh, I can't remember, Professor Mac, which team I was on. Yeah, true. Better to do that than pay for data on TradingView. But yeah, they're like the three main firms that I like have in my mind really at the moment. Is Funding Ticks. This is for monthly evals. Funding Ticks are just the goats for like price. No one's beating them on price. Like $45 with no activation fee. You crazy? End of day. This is for end of day as well. It can get better if you go for intraday ones, but I don't really still. Even though like look how scalpy my trading style is, I still. And intraday accounts are simply just harder, so I'll happily pay like a couple extra dollars and not blow as many accounts, you know. That's why I don't really like Take Profit Trader, because they are end of day. They have the best payout policies for sure, but they have intraday trailing drawdown. But it isn't strictly intraday. There is like most of it is end of day, but it's just that one bit of intraday. I can't get over it. I just hate intraday that much. See if I get filled here. Yeah, TopStep. A TopStep better than Bull and Ox. Yeah. No. No, they're not. If you pass in a month with TopStep's no activation fee, TopStep's better. But if you're going for that, then you may as well go for funding ticks and get an even better price. If you're going for TopStep's standard account, Bull and Ox is better. I need to do a big fucking flowchart for this, don't I? Like, if this, then that. If this is you, buy this account. If this is you, buy this account. But no matter what, no matter who you are, use code KAICAP. That's the one constant, is you use code KAICAP. Yeah, people really be sleeping on funding ticks though. Yeah, it's true. People really be sleeping on them. How like amazingly priced they are. I should do like, you know what? On Friday, I'll record a video going over all this prop firm malarkey. I don't know why I don't, because ultimately they're the videos, like, if I'm being honest, they're the videos that make me actual money, because they're the videos that get people using my codes, and they're the videos that perform the best on my channel. So really I should just not even talk about trading, I should literally just talk about prop firms. If I wanted to make, like, the most amount of money possible, I would just talk about prop firms every single video. The video would start and it'd just be me screaming at the camera, like, use my code. I'd rather just talk about actual trading. But yeah, on Friday I'll do a video talking about funding ticks mainly, and then talking about like the Bull and Ox situation, the TopStep situation. Any other firms? Any other firms you want me to talk about? Those three I'll mention. If this breaks and starts finding higher prices, I'm going to cancel that limit order and finish up for the day and the week. Oh yeah, the motive wave license. Yeah, that's a good call. What was that one called? Funded network, I think. I mean, I don't really have much that I would mention about them other than it's cool that you can get the motive wave license for anyone that's interested in order flow. Is it these guys? The funded network? I'm pretty sure it's these guys. It doesn't say it anywhere. You'd think that they'd have it on their website that you can get that. Help me out, Professor Mark. You'll remember. Funded Futures Network. Yeah, that's who I'm looking at. It just doesn't say it anywhere on their account or on their website. Resources. Preferred platforms. Surely it would have it say here. Edge Prox. Edge Pro X. Is that Motive Wave? It looks like Motive Wave. Yeah, there you go, Motive Wave, yeah. Yeah, so it is these guys. Okay, I'll mention them, just as a little, like, if people want an order flow platform, then obviously they're the ones to go for, because you'll... I mean, I need. How much are they? What's their like price of their actual accounts? Because you have to factor that in. Obviously, if their accounts are like really expensive, but I can't imagine they're going to be crazy expensive. Oh, wait, what's that say? Their website's fucking up a little bit. Standard, $150 for a 50k account. Oh, okay. They actually have pretty not great accounts, but like, how much does a Motive Wave monthly membership? And that $150 wasn't including an not an activation fee, a discount code, which let me. I'm going to cancel that limit order, one, because I'm too focused on this now, and it looks like I'm not getting filled anyway. Happily finish up with $150 profit on the day from that one dub. Funded Futures Network. Okay, you can get up to 50% off, it looks like. Wait a minute. I think they're intraday. I'm about to fucking crash out if these guys are intraday. Shut that music up now. They allow bots. Is that normal? I feel like most firms don't allow bots. 50k standard. Account type. Oh, they have an activation fee as well. $75 because you can get that. But what is the drawdown? Is it intraday or is it end of day? Because that makes a big difference in my world. Oh, you can also get an Express account, but I don't know what that means. I know nothing about these guys. Let me see if you've put something in the chat about them. Looks like TopStep X gave me $42 on that trade. Damn. Damn. That's all I'll say, Dumpy. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Anyway, I'm going to finish up. That's me done for the day. We had that real solid... let me knock on my thing all the way back to see where that trade was. That first dub. There it is. Oh, shit. What did I just close? Nothing. So yeah. Got the first dub. Passed on this one. Then waited to see if there was another one. this first one, it didn't come back above the value levels enough for me, but that would have been, what did the volume profile look like at the time of that trade? Yeah, I mean, if you're aggressive, you could have taken this. But to me, it felt like I was forcing that, especially because it was 3 minutes into my window, 3 or 4 minutes. Felt like I was just forcing it. But this one, very solid trade. Very, very solid trade. Very happy with it. And then this one, like we said, I was kind of psychologically thinking I might be chasing it, and also point of control. My entry would have been at current session value very low. Point of control of the current session, kind of a little bit too close for comfort to get a solid risk to reward on that. And then, yeah, nothing else to do with the day. It was cool how we saw that there came down to POC, held above POC, so that's looking bullish for the rest of the day for now, at least. And yeah, I'm gonna be done for the week. Since we have Thanksgiving, that means no trading Thursday, no trading Friday, because the markets are reduced for both days, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, appreciate you boys for hanging out with me. That was a very good stream. I'm very, very happy with that to be the last stream of the week. So yeah, have a good weekend, boys, and I will catch you next week at 9:45 a.m. See you later, boys.